welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Hopwood. Most of you have probably seen me in previous user group meetings. Do work for Microsoft, but also on the committee for the Canberra user group committee here. So tonight we've got an agenda where we're basically going to be going through a couple of little announcements which I wanted to alert you all to if you haven't heard recently around Dynamics 365. We're then going to have Adam from Department of Industry talk through automated deployments using Octopus, and then we're going to have Atish talk through automated deployments using TFS and Visual Studio. Through these two presentations, we'd like to try and keep questions contained for a little while, and then at the end, we're then going to open up to Q&A for both Atish and Adam, and anything else, but it's primarily going to be for Atish and Adam, because I am suspecting there's going to be quite a lot of questions, given that this particular topic was one which a number of you requested. So a couple of little bit of housekeeping things as well. In the unlikely event of an emergency, there is an evacuation stairs just on the other side, just in front of the lifts there. So we'll just need to walk in a calm and orderly manner down that way and head down towards the front doors there. And just in terms of some other little components in here, so we do like to keep this friendly environment, no recruiting, no poaching, just connect with people, share, and have fun. So again, just a quick little reminder, we have had some recent-ish changes of committee members, and Craig, our president, is currently over in the States at a technical conference, so hence I'm emceeing the night tonight. We've got Ching here, right in front here, myself, Pete Johnson unable to make it tonight, and Avi unable to make it tonight as well. One of the things which I also wanted to highlight is we are recording this on video, so if anyone has a particular issue with being recorded, please come and see me afterwards, and we will not utilise this. But otherwise, we do have a YouTube channel which actually goes through, and we've been recording these sessions for a couple of months, so you can sort of come back and hear these sessions at a later date. And feel free to send your friends and family off there for some light nighttime viewing. These presentations will also be posted up into our CRM meetup group as well, so you can download these as well. So from a notice board perspective, who has heard about our Dynamics 365 announcement that we made last week, the week before? A couple of people. Okay, so this was announced at our Worldwide Partner Conference by Satya, where ultimately we are making a change later on this year, whereby we're coming out with a new offering, which we're calling Dynamics 365. Think about it like Office 365, where we had Office before Office 365, and then we introduced Office 365, which is a cloud-only based service, which was essentially a suite of products which you could then purchase either individually as kiosk solutions or as a suite through things like E3 and E5. We're going to be doing the same with Dynamics. So at the moment, Dynamics CRM has sales, marketing, service sort of built in as standard capabilities. We've also recently released our field service and project service capabilities as separate add-ons. But also, how many of you are aware of our finance offerings? NAV, GP, AX, SL, a couple of you. So we've got 4 different finance offerings. SL isn't really utilised too much in Australia, but GP, NAV and AX are used quite heavily in Australia. And fairly recently we announced that AX is also available in the cloud, as well as another offering which we call Project Madeira, which is part of our NAV offering, again of financial systems in the cloud. So what we're doing is we're sort of bundling that into our Dynamics 365 offering, and we're calling that part of operations. So we've got two suites here, a business suite, which is really designed for small to medium business, and that's utilising our NAV offering, or Project Madeira, coupled in with the CRM services. And then for our larger organisations, we're utilising AX. So this is all sort of part of Dynamics 365, and I'll show you a slide in a moment which talks about the licensing construct. But ultimately, it's all about having this intelligent cloud. Part of this is also releasing a new app store. This is partly functional right now, as in it is functional, but we just, I think there might be 13 or so partners for CRM which have got apps in there, but it's also not just about CRM, it's other applications as well, whereby you can go through, request trials of new business functions, new workloads, and have that installed in your environment, trial it out, and then if you're happy with it, then proceed. So we're launching this new app workplace, and here's some of the links which we can go through here to access that. But from a licensing perspective, what this is going to mean is that right now, we sell based on an app. So you buy the CRM app, you buy the AX app, you buy the Power BI, you buy the Office 365, things like that. It's all individual apps. What we're going to be doing is we're still going to continue to sell that way for those that's appropriate, but we're also introducing this new model called licensing by roles. And so typically, if we were to look, for example, at a salesperson, most of what they're doing is sales, opportunity type management, but they also tend to need to see something to do with their customers around the service tickets that they might be doing. They also typically need to have access into a little bit of operations to see an invoice that might be sent or things like that. So we're introducing these new role concepts, which actually sort of goes across a range of different technology capabilities and gives you the right level of access there. We're also introducing licensing for team members, which is basically people which only need to have really light touch capabilities in a multitude of these types of workloads. So it might be somebody that needs to book travel on behalf of people. It might be somebody that just does some reporting or things like that. And so these will be lower cost, light touch users. The pricing of these sorts of things will be determined later on towards probably October-ish timeframe. But this is sort of where we're heading. And we will have transition paths from all of the current models that are in place. So just quickly before I move off this and hand over to Adam, is there any other quick questions that you have about Dynamics 365? I mean, yes, just in summary, the reason we're doing this is because businesses don't just do this stuff anymore. They actually do access a range of different applications and consume services based on their role. And so we're trying to fit into how businesses operate these days rather than make you fit into our licensing model and make you, buy a whole bunch of different licenses when you don't really necessarily use all those capabilities. Yes?
So, would you still continue to support things like building plugins and sandbox?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
In
so
the Office 365 now?
Yeah, so the core product is still going to be available, still available to extend, etc. Now, when we talk about things like the operations area here, what we're also doing is providing out-of-the-box integration and putting that into Azure so that we can have automatic updates of account records and conversion from opportunities into invoices and things like that. So there's a lot more stuff available out of the box, but absolutely you can still extend that and build your own plugins and do what you need.
So it's not going to be the SharePoint model of building apps?
I don't know what the SharePoint model is. But
Yeah.